So like I was saying, digital marketing is what? Marketing using digital tools. So I will sincerely tell you, it is not different from traditional marketing because in the end user is the goal, right? Converting an end user is the goal, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now the goal of every marketing uh, effort is to make sure that you can convert leads. That is, you can convey a message to a set of people, and those set of people will accept your message, buy your product, and become repeated customers. That's the goal of every marketing effort. And when we look at traditional marketing by the side, when I mean traditional marketing, you know the normal thing, the one-on-one meeting on the road, the jingle on radio, TV adverts, um, what you have, newspaper ads, and so on and so forth. The word of mouth marketing. So, Miss Faye, do you know that word of mouth exists in social media? Should I explain what word of mouth marketing means? It means like, for instance, now, oh, Miss Faith. So let me start. Let me ask you, what kind of Android or iPhones, iOS, which one do you prefer?
Um, I'm currently using an iPhone, but I prefer an Android.
Oh, really? Okay. Now, I think that would be a great example. You currently use an iPhone, but you prefer an Android. So
Yes, sir.
now, if you tell someone asks you and say, I want to get a phone. So I am torn between getting an iPhone or an Android phone. You now are in a better place. That person trusts your judgment. You're in a better place to say, okay, I think for me, an Android is better. These are my reasons. And the person goes, and the person not just say, okay, goes to the market and buy an Android. The person will ask you, any brand, do you have a brand in mind? And you tell the person, do you know what you have done? You are neither a phone seller, right?
Yes, sir.
Nor are you a phone producer or maker. So what you have done is that you stood in a place to market for Android because of some features the uh, Android phones have that you like, or performance or whatever that they have that you like. So you are not a stakeholder, neither are you a shareholder in the phone industry, but you have done this marketing. What you have done is word of mouth marketing. That is recommending a particular product for somebody to purchase. So, if this person, what if you decide to see a post about sales of Android and you decide to share that post? If you share the post, what you have done is that those who follow you and trust you might decide to or get influenced to buy. What you have done is still word of mouth marketing. So now, the reason I'm saying all of this is that we should not, I've seen it times without number, I've seen it with students. If students think social media or digital marketing is easy, it's just one easy thing. I'll come and press button. When I press, it will press a button or say it will go ahead and do the magic. No, it doesn't work that way. Marketing is still a complex endeavor. It is complex because the end users are complex. Human beings are complex. We are driven by several things. We are driven by what motivates us, what we like, what we want to imitate, right? We are driven by our values, our principles. Whether we know we have principles or values, we are driven by this. You are driven by environment and what exists in our environment. For instance, it will be very counterproductive if I go to a place where they don't know anything about shawarma and open a shawarma joint. I will do the shawarma and eat it myself. That is it. So that is what marketing is. Or is the same thing. I decide to sell shawarma online, decide to be a shawarma vendor online. It's the same thing. I will have to put thousands of posts, put lots of posts, put lots of effort, and begin to get one order. You see, when people put this on social media and begin to, these social media vendors, now begin to get orders from here, orders from there. What they do is that when they get an appreciation, they screen grab the appreciation and share as form of marketing. What are they trying to do? They are trying to create confidence in the buyers. They are trying to also promote the word of mouth from the appreciation gotten from the other set of people, from people who have purchased their product. So you see that there is no difference. So just like you have traditional marketing tools, like you go to TV station and say, play my jingle so that people who watch your TV station will buy my product. That is the same thing you are using Facebook for. That is the same thing you are using Instagram for. The only advantage social media, digital marketing has over traditional marketing is that you are kind of sure about one thing. You are sure that you can determine your audience. You are sure that, for instance, your market will be, it will not be targeted to people who read newspapers. The only thing is that, or when you play your TV, what if those who you want to buy your products don't watch that channel? Maybe not all of them. So you begin to say, okay, which are the major channels? You begin to say, okay, let me do it on ITV, on channels, on Arise. And you see, you spend a lot doing that because it's a little bit of gamble. You are not sure where your target audience will be watching. You just know that these are the best around. Then you go to radio stations, you begin to look at listening rates. Radio stations will be telling you that we have this number of people listening in. So those are the metrics you judge by taking your jingles to them. But now here, in digital marketing, the question of where your audience are becomes very easy. You ask yourself, you say, okay, I want this set of audience. I want audience who enjoy video content, short video content. And I want to be sending or posting short video content. So where can I find this audience? I can say I can find them on Instagram. So if I am a food vendor, or let me use a fashion vendor, if I'm in a fashion vendor and I want to be selling Ankara clothes, right? I can show the clothes, a clip of the clothes before, when it's not being made, after it is made and worn by a model, so that people can actually appreciate the beauty of the clothes. You know, when a cloth is in form of wrap, when it's wrapped, people don't really know how it's going to look beautiful. So you are now doing this. I'm just giving you an idea now. So you are selling wrapper. Then when somebody wears, when it's made and somebody wears it and so on. So you see that you show this beautiful clip. It is easy for you to say, I want to do my ads on Instagram. Or instead of before doing the ads, you say, I want people who will follow my business page to be people who are enthusiastic about fashion, people who like and have good fashion sense. So it is easy for you to begin to get people to like your page based on what you do. For instance, somebody who likes carpentry stuff will not come and follow your page. They will not like your page. So you see that it's easy now for you to say, okay, I can build a community of fashion enthusiasts, a community of those who like fashion, who like to look good, who like Ankara fabrics. I can build a community of those people. So when I promote, I can say, okay, yes, I want to, or when I make a post rather, I make a post with knowing that I'm sending a message to people who already like this. So I have call to action buttons and say, okay, purchase now. I have a discount here. The first 20 people, the first 100 persons are going to get a discount and so on. Then if you want to do an ad outside your page, you begin to now say, okay, I want this ad to target people in Abuja. People in Abuja that live in particular areas, I want to target them. I want to target females. So you see, right? It becomes very easy. And while growing your page, if you check your page analytics and find that, oh, I have more males than females following me, definitely you understand that you can craft a message that makes sense now. You can make a post like this. You can say Valentine offer. Valentine is approaching. You can do Valentine sales. Valentine is approaching. You have 20% discount to buy for your wife, your girlfriend, your sister, and so on. Because you found out that you have more males in your page. So instead of saying that, doing away with the audience, say, okay, how can I? So these people follow this page because they like this, right? So how can I make these people a secondary users now? Because you realize that you can have customers different from consumers, right? You can have customers different from consumers. Your customers may not necessarily be the one using your product. They might buy your product for a consumer. So you can basically have these two different set of people. A customer can also be a consumer if he is buying for themselves. That is why you see in product research, they'll ask you, yourself, who is the decision maker? Who makes the decision to buy products in your household? So these things are very important to remember so that you will know that at the heart of every successful digital marketing effort, strategy is there, is the heart. Strategy is the heart of every successful digital marketing effort. Just like strategy is at the heart of every successful marketing effort. So I would really want a situation where you guys can rise up to the occasion and be serious and know that you are tackling a very, 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 very difficult course here. It's difficult in the sense that you need to actually, it's not as simple, I'm telling you the truth, it's not as simple as people make it sound. Because how do you write something, a message? How do you craft a compelling message in such a way that when somebody sees it, is compelled to open it? Not just open it, read it, and compelled to take an action you want them to take. You see, you are working, you are a miracle worker. You are meant to be a miracle worker. And that is why strategy is very important. The strategy development here means that you will create something, a content for a particular set of people that is good enough to captivate, to make them read it, after reading it, to make them take a particular action. So it's like you probably are looking for a way, an ethical way of charming people, basically. So you see how difficult that is. So I want you guys to take this course seriously. It's not just about pressing things. Sincerely, you can learn how to use any tool. Like I use a lot of tools. You can learn how to use any tool, but you cannot learn how to do strategy on your own. What you need to do is to develop strategies based on experience and based on the things you see around you. So I want you to actually always remember that. And that is why this course is very, very important. For instance, now, you are not being trained for a particular niche. You are being trained for digital marketing. A product, you might want to become a digital marketer for a product. So you will need to know the product. Who needs the product? Why they need the product? Then you will see why it's important that we are taking this route that we are taking. If not, what you will do is you just tell the person, oh yeah, send me a picture. They send you a picture of the product and you just go ahead and make a post about it. How do you want to be successful with that campaign? You can't be successful with such a campaign. So that is why you need to really pay attention. And I'm not too happy about your performance. And the assignment, only one person did a good assignment. Others, they went to ChatGPT and just asked ChatGPT a question and ChatGPT gave them something. So whether it was right, whether it wasn't, whether it was fitting, whether it wasn't fitting, they sent it to me. So I am going to put up that assignment the assignment I feel is correct. I know it's correct, not free feel that I know is correct. And I'm going to use that assignment to show us why I gave that assignment. I wanted you to understand that strategy is at the center of every successful marketing endeavor. And that is why I gave you Airbnb that have succeeded. They are amazing in driving organic traffic. They are amazing at driving organic traffic, because to drive such traffic and you need to pay for such traffic, you'll be paying a whole lot of money. Advertisement takes a whole lot of money, and you might end up spending that money without converting anything if your strategy isn't right. So why not start by creating something that you not necessarily have to spend so much to see how it performs. When it performs absolutely great, you just need to support it to meet a wider audience. So that is the secret about it. That is what I recommend. I recommend starting with an organic strategy that will get you organic users, organic visitors. When you do that, then you know where to put the money. It basically gives you an idea about what you need to do, what you need to refine, and so on. For me, I don't think a strategy, say a strategy is can be made successful because of money. No, a strategy cannot be made successful because of money. A strategy that will not work, if you put $100 million there, it will still not work. It won't work. Why won't it work? It won't work because you will not be getting return on your investment. Your ROI will be low. You'll be throwing your money away. But when you can craft a design or develop a strategy that is performing even with little or no money, you find out that when you put in some money, you are only what? Pushing the strategy forward. You are only pushing it forward. Right? You are spreading the message. That message which you are very certain that it will work, you are just spreading it like wildfire. And you see, that is how trends are made. Okay? Trends that we know that are trends are fueled, that's why I say fueled, are fueled by what? Individual contribution. People individually, you contribute to what you know as trends. So why is a trend that catchy? A trend is that catchy because you can get a lot of people who are willing to say something about it. That's why things get trendy, because you have a whole lot of people who are willing to say something, to participate. You know, social media trends. You know, this brain jotter dance trend, this new dance trend. I don't know if any of you have seen it. Have any of you seen it? Seen the dance? Yeah. So now the reason why it's trending, the reason why it's trending is because people are willing to actually show themselves doing it. So it keeps on going. It keeps on going, right? That is why it becomes a trend. For instance, this when I get small money, me self go do remego. This what is this young man's song? When he puts up a song, he goes around pick his content. Nasboy, yeah, Nasboy. He goes around pick his fellow content creators. His fellow content creators to sing the song with him. The reason is that he tells you to sing yours, and even most musicians do it. They'll say, sing your version of the song and post it. So when people sing their song or the version to post it, you find out that everywhere in social media, you see social media begins to acknowledge that this thing is trendy. So many people are talking about it. And then the algorithm begins to favor that search. So you see, trend happens because of our acceptance to contribute to a topic. When we contribute to a topic, we make it trend. So that is it. So that is how you can come up with building a specific strategy that works. You find out that you might not put in so much money, or you're not putting any money at all, but you see that it's working. So If that is the case, I see it's working, I can now take my money, I go to a media house and say, maybe I pay for a jingle or pay for a paid appearance. When I pay for a paid appearance and I make an appearance, when they post that video and put it, it gives more and more and more information out there. You know, I don't know if you guys study the digital marketing space a lot. There was this issue of Yvonne Jigide when she went to the Honest Bunch podcast. As I'm saying this, I would like you to research them because I don't know if you guys steadily follow trends, examine them, not just follow to know them, but examine them, examine their impact, examine how people use them for marketing campaigns at the back of their strategy. But I believe that you guys will begin to do that. Digital marketing is interesting. It's really interesting. It's an interesting endeavor. So Yvonne Jegede appeared on the Honest Bunch podcast hosted by Chinedu and Nedu Wazobia and the rest. So now she got a lot of backlash on her comments there, forgetting that it was a paid appearance for her, according to how it unfolded, a paid appearance to come and talk about her movie, right? So there are ways you can actually draft a strategy. For me, it wasn't a good move for her to go first and begin to talk about that. But what she should have done was to do what others do, right? Then you put it on social media. I want to take your minds back to Jennifer Funke Akindele's promotion on her latest movie that grossed about 1 billion naira. So look at that. Why was it possible? She utilized what? Traditional means of meeting people, then talking about it on social media, and people began to talk about it. Somebody will say, oh, have you seen Tribe of Judah? Another person will say, did you see Tribe of Judah? This person will say, oh, I saw Tribe of Judah. This was in favorite. So you get people wanting to see what people are talking about and want to follow the trend. Now, I hope you understand my conclusion that a trend occurs because of what? Our individual contribution to a topic. When we contribute individually to a topic, we make the topic a trend. So how can we now develop strategies to make people talk about our products, to make people talk about what we have to offer, to make people talk about our services, to make people talk about it? See, I told a senior friend recently, I said, people spend so much time. I want to give you an instance. All of you make posts, birthday posts, and so on social media. You don't realize that a post should have, every post have a header. For instance, if it's not a title, it's a first paragraph. If you make a post on Facebook, I don't see, and then you add pictures to the post, I wouldn't see all of the posts, right? I will read few lines, about 2 to 3 lines. If those lines interest me, I'll click more. I'll want to read more. I want to read. Or those are the if the first lines interest me, I will stay to the post, stick on the post. You scroll so much on your social media, you keep scrolling until something captivates you and you stop. It's either the text, the images, or the infographics. And that is why we said in digital marketing, we said we could use what? Pictures. We could use what? Text. We could use videos. We could use infographics, right? And we said in most platforms, it's possible to use all of these. It's supposed to do this use pictures, text, videos, on infographics as images on Facebook. You can do this on your blog post as well. So you don't realize that first what is it called? Paragraph is very efficient in turning heads to read your post. Let me give you a strategy now. The strategy of making a successful post is this. The one and greatest is this. Your first paragraph should be a summary of your entire, not just a summary, but be a summary hook. What does it mean? Let's say we are talking about a trend, say a dance trend. We'll now put the title of the dance trend, say BrainJota releases dance trend that is making waves. You see, someone want to say, okay, BrainJota is a popular name. Number two, you know that BrainJota has some funny dance that people like. So you click on it. So someone want to click on it. Then you begin to talk about the way the dance steps are and so on and so forth. But if you start the dance step, someone say, which dance step? If we begin to start and begin to talk about the importance of dance step, they'll say dancing. They'll say, we know the importance of dancing now. So you see that it doesn't make much sense. But when you start with a conclusion, it actually makes people want to open to see key elements of what you are talking about. So you have actually dragged them in. So I want us to take this seriously. This being said, I'm going to go to the one I feel is okay. The one I feel is great here. Okay, so I've received your assignments for those of you who have done it. So I will use this assignment I'm opening now. And I want you guys to look at it and see what makes it different from yours. Okay, so I'll be sharing this now with us, so we will see. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So now, this is an example, a great example of what it means to understudy a strategy. And that is what I wanted you guys to, I wanted you guys to do, to understudy a strategy. I want you guys with, I want you guys to look at this. He first talked about the origin or what? Origin of Airbnb, right? Now, talks about where Airbnb is now, as in revenue generation, but both of listing and MBA and revenue generation. So now let's go to how he talked about the strategy. He said on Instagram, first of all, he said Airbnb exponential success, social media played a significant role, right? They hit a marketing bullseye with social handles leading to user-generated content. So what did I say a trend is? I said a trend is us individually contributing to a topic. So user-generated content is one of the bullseye. That is the eureka moment for Airbnb. They felt like, wow, what if we make people, we know we offer listings, right? What if we make users, people who use it, talk about us? Let's give an example. We say the brand regularly shares user-generated content across social media profiles to give its target audience an unbiased view of their platform services. You see, so they use also visual storytelling for sharing their content. And let's see what they did on Instagram. You say Airbnb Instagram features high quality pictures of beautiful homes. Now, what we discussed about the types of content, and you are still going to see it in the future. It's going to still be hammered on the future, in the future. We talked about the type of content to be posted on each social media platforms. For instance, it's ideal that you post pictures and short videos on Instagram, and you see that these high quality, very high quality pictures actually attract attention. Now, I want to show you what they had on their bio. It said even in their bio, they asked where to next. So it's kind of prompting a storytelling. I don't know how many of you follow the videos of travel bloggers. If you follow the content of travel bloggers, they go to choice location, choice site, choice tourist attractions, and they don't just do it alone. They talk about their experiences. They talk about the local people there. They make the local people join in their videos and so on. So you see, these contents actually draw attention a lot. It's not that when you might ask a question, what if I have a product to sell? How do I need to do it? Now, you are forgetting that this product have people who use them, isn't it? You have people using this product. The product probably is not a first-time product. You just want to bump sales. You just want to increase sales. So it's not the first time people are using them. So how do you utilize the people who use them? How do you use these people to your advantage? How do you use these people to your advantage? Listen, I learned a very, very important marketing lesson, and I'll share this lesson with you. A man, right? A man sells chicken. He sells chicken, right? And he decides to say, okay, the market is becoming very tough. He says, if I sell these birds, the birds I will not make profit. But what if I buy birds that I can sell eggs, and when they are not laying anymore, I convert them to what is it called? Frozen chicken. And you know that in most restaurants, some people will say they prefer local local birds. And why do they prefer local birds? Because local birds are tougher. So now they decided to say, the man decided to say, okay, what I'll do is that I will have one product, but I can sell this product in two ways. I can sell the eggs of this product. I can also use this product to make another product, which is for the birds, right? And he decided to go and started distributing to restaurants. So what I'm trying to say is this, and the restaurants now started doing what a restaurant user challenge. So now, if you check, who determines, can somebody answer this question for me in the chat area? Who determines what a restaurant offer? That is, who determines if a restaurant is performing well? Who determines it? Is it the restaurant owner, the people who sell to the restaurant, or those who eat in the restaurant? Okay, customers. Very excellent. So now, if you look at this now, he started what? Dropping a little pamphlets on the table. He will print little pamphlets and drop on the restaurant table. And on the pamphlet, he will ask, did you notice the difference between yesterday's chicken and today's chicken? The reason is that he began to ask, then you put characteristics. If you notice, yes, is it texture? This one, that, he began to put different features. So he began to think that somebody who is coming for the first time was like, there's something like this. Okay, no, I didn't notice. And he didn't put anywhere for you to say, no, this is my first time. He didn't put that. Then it kind of boils down to the person like, okay, this restaurant, they're doing great. They want to know. So the person goes back again and gets the chicken again and eats. His attention is that he wants to know the difference. He wants to notice the difference. Now, what he did is that he left it really vague. Is it that is the cooking you want me to notice or the bed you want me to notice? So he started trying to say that if only I make this restaurant popular for their chicken, the restaurant will order more chicken from me. If only I make this restaurant popular for their chicken, the restaurant will order more frozen beds from me. So that is the goal. So if we look at this thing now, every marketing effort is a clock, is a circular, is a cycle rather. Every marketing effort is a cycle. It goes from the producer back to the wholesaler or the retailer, to the user, and back to the producer. If I have more users, I have more orders, right? And if I have more orders, I order more from the producer. So everybody is making money, except the person purchasing. Everybody is making more money except the people that are purchasing the product. So that is how you actually try to make user-generated content depend in any kind of product at all. Any kind of product at all. So now you go to Facebook. You know, it now say didn't find more success in Facebook marketing. Why wouldn't he find more success on Facebook marketing? Well, you see that if they make the same, the reason I like this assignment is that this offering here, and I don't think the person that submitted it is present. The reason I like it is that it's extensive and it points out where it fails and where it succeeded. And this is the reason why I wanted you guys to look at it carefully. Because when you look at it, you kind of identify what medium and what the perceived challenge will be. See what Airbnb did. They say on their Facebook page with 60 million followers, Airbnb posts giveaways and contests and introduce new Airbnb services. They do that, but they have not experienced much success, according to this report. And why they probably wouldn't experience that much success is because they probably will be using similar strategy that they will use on Instagram. I want to let you know that when you draft your marketing strategy, you do a SWOT analysis of your strategy. You check the strength, you check the weakness, opportunity, threats, okay? So when you do this, the SWOT analysis now is not just for your strategy, but for the medium you will be implementing your strategy, so that you will know which medium your strategy will be implemented. Okay, because you might implement that same strategy on different social media platforms and you find that you perform better on some and you'll not perform well on the other. For instance, you know how TikTok is. TikTok is for short trends, short trendy videos, right? So if you post like Airbnb, post pictures, beautiful picture of your homes, beautiful pictures of your homes. Pardon. Excuse me, please. So if they post the same content, and that they posted here on TikTok, you know that definitely you will not have equal success as they had on Instagram. They wouldn't, because of what TikTok content is required. Okay. You see the feed, their TikTok feed is filled with videos showcasing the unique experience Airbnb offers, like a sleepover in a hidden library of St. Paul's Cathedral in London. Okay, so it's trendy, you create some kind of this thing. Meanwhile, on Twitter, you'll find out that their strategy is different on Twitter as well. Okay? As well as YouTube. YouTube, you have what? Significant part of this, the brand primary post stop motion animation as commercials on YouTube channels with this number of subscribers. Okay? So now their videos here highlight what makes Airbnb rentals better than the same old hotel room. So you see that these strategies are quite different from platform to platform. It's different from what? Platform to platform. And this content is there for you to look at. So I want to also share something with you and to tell you guys that I'm not happy that you guys did not put your thoughts into this assignment. Okay, you did not. Let me share this with you. All right, can you see my screen? You can see this. Can you still hear me? All right. Okay. So now you see when you go online, see guys, leave AI alone. Let ChatGPT not wound you people. It's not everything that ChatGPT gives you that is correct. At least ChatGPT even told you so. Look at, go, do the normal search. Do the normal search. And so that you understand things. Do the normal search and read. You see, I just practically just opened these tabs here for you to see that, well, these things are present here. All of this content is here for you to learn, because you cannot say, if you check, I am teaching you strategy. I've been part of a lot of successful strategies, and as well, you learn from strategies that are not successful. It's not all strategies that you do that will be successful, but sometimes you learn and adapt. You learn and you adapt it. You strategize. You change the strategy to meet different goals, or to meet your goals rather. So it is watching successful people, reading about the strategies successful people use, that you will create a successful strategy yourself. So that is why you need to take your time. For instance, are you seeing this? This person, this is a user-generated content, okay? And they talked about user-generated content. So the goal here is, how do you drive organic traffic? How do you drive organic traffic? By making people contribute to the topic of your discussion. And how do you get people to contribute to the topic of your discussion? Is by making sure you try to understand what your users use your product for. The first, if I were called to market a product, the first question I will ask is the product a new product? If the answer is no, the product is in use, I'll say, do we have extensive user stories of the product? A user story of product from the product development team, as well as user stories generated from the products. So now that is what those are the questions I'm going to ask, so that I go about my strategy. Okay, so that is that about it. So you guys can still go back and study, because you did not get the form I want you to get. The assignment wasn't for me. It was for you to see what we discussed the last time. And I'm still going to give another one today. Okay, so, well, on to something next. So let's talk about this. I want to show you this from AnyWord. Okay, sorry. So I want to share this with you. So we have this art copy generator, and it is very useful. I like it. I use it. It's called AnyWord. Okay, it generates art copy in minutes for multi platforms. Okay, that you can use in different platforms. And like I said, different platforms, different strategy. When you create a marketing strategy, you find out how you can adapt the marketing strategy to work um, in effectively in different platforms. So once you go to AnyWord, art copy generator, I'm posting this now on the chat. So somebody should do well to copy and paste it in your digital marketing group. So that's the tool we'll be discussing today. So it's a quick tool. So once you do that, you go ahead and sign up, right? You can sign up with an email or sign up with your Gmail. It's fine. I am signed up already. Can you see? You can see where I am right now, right? You can give a thumbs up so that I know. Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So now I just entered here now, just signed up with this. It will ask you, once you sign in, it will ask you what best describe your role. So you can go ahead. So you can go ahead and pick what your role is. You can pick social media manager or something else. You pick next, you talk about how large your company is and so on. You can just say it's just you, and then you go next. So how did you, this is just for them, for their use. How did you hear about them? You can say in an event or others as you like. Sorry. You can say others in a class. Okay. Then how do you plan to use AnyWord? You can say to generate marketing copy for social media, emails, or product listing, or create anyone. It's something you can even pick all of it. You can pick all of it or anyone that you want to pick. So right now, if you look at this very well, this is what we have. We can sync our apps to put all data to work. You can sync your Meta, Google Ads, LinkedIn Ads, blah, blah, blah. You can sync all of them. So now, remember, I said something about when we're talking about marketing, and we said that, okay, and we said that tone is very important. Are you seeing that even if every tool we open, every tool we talk about, it's important that I say set your target audience. Are you seeing that this is very important? So there is no way, if we don't do our due diligence, if we don't set these things, there's no way our marketing efforts will work. So now you can go ahead and start from setting your tone. So you can create your tone, how that is you describing your tone of voice or ask anyone to understand it from a brand published text. Okay. So you can decide, you can create it, go ahead and click on create. Now is to train. You are training this model to know your tone. When you train the model to know your tone, that your tone of communication or the tone you want to describe, you can decide to say you want to describe it, your new tone, okay? You can add more tones based on what you want to. Is it going to be kind of you say casual, casual but engaging. So there is no so let's do it like they say casual, but you cannot use passive. So active tone is very important in marketing. Depends on what you want to make them do. So let's say active and persuasive. Persuasive conversational tone. Then you can decide to set it as default, or you create for different posts. Or you can create for a different, you can pick, are you seeing all of the platforms? So if you want a particular platform, say for Instagram, you can set it for Instagram, right? For your Instagram caption or whatever you want to set. Whether it's for Facebook, you can set it for the tone for your Facebook post. If it's for Facebook post, let me change this to active but engaging. Okay, there's mistake in engaging. Let me see. Oh, yes, engaging. Sorry. Thank you. Active but engaging, right? Thank you. Okay. So now, if you have this, you can save it as your tone. Our tone has been saved as default for Facebook. So you can keep adding new. You see the new button. You can keep adding new tones, new tones, okay? Then when you add a tone, the reason why you need to add more than one tone is that your marketing campaign might have a different kind of tones for the different audience that you may want to target in particular platforms, right? For instance, the users, who are the users in TikTok? The users in TikTok are the Gen Zs. What are the tones? What is the tone you want to use for the Gen Z audience? So these are things you need to research, right? You need to research it. These things change every time. So when we point it out to you, research, what is the tone? Or what tone do you want to use as a brand? What should they know you for as a brand? But again, remember to create your brand tone to match your audience, because it's not just about your brand. Your brand will close if nobody purchases your items. So let's go to target audience. So now you can create your target audience, okay? It said describe your target audience drivers and pains, or ask anyone for suggestions. So if you like, okay, Mr. Salako asks, he say, how do we know about the different marketing tones that can drive sales easily? Now, like I said, you need to research. You need to research who are your audience and what are you likely to say. If you want to, okay, let me give you something like this. Let me give you something. Let me give you an idea. You go to a market. I think some of you are in Lagos. When you go to a market, you go to, I've forgotten the name of that area. When you go, you see they sell Okrika, right? You have different grades of right? Okrika clothes. When you pass there, you see them. You see some people, they will just stand and jack plenty clothes and throw up. They'll say 70 naira promo for this thing. You see how people gather them, right? People just surround them like that. Then you are going to see others who just stay with just be ringing bell and stuff. So there are different ways depending on the product you are selling, right? And we are a funny way. I don't want to do a marketing for any company. There's this soap company we are here right now. They'll just be, they'll say they'll call the soap, they'll say it's good for you, it's here for you, and stuff like that. That's a tone. Hello, so Kindly mute your mic if you are that person that is okay. All right, I've muted. So now the tone now, research your tone. It's very important to research the tone, the specific tone you want to use per platform. As you have seen in this tool, it's important. You don't use, as we have also seen, I've showed you from Airbnb strategy, they did not use just one strategy for all of the platforms. They use unique strategy, even though it's centered around the same core framework. Okay, it's centered around the same core framework, right? But you find out that they did not use the same thing all across. They had to use platform-based strategies, right? Now, if you look at this now, so go ahead to add new audience. So you can describe your audience. That is, see what we say, description, demographic info, and pain points. We've talked about this. So you will not know how important this was when we were talking about them. But see now, so we are creating a persona now. I'll call the persona, because let's say we have a product. A product is for, I'll say, Janet. The persona has a name. We'll say she's female, and her age group is from within 25. So I can adjust it. If I want 25 to 45, I can adjust the maximum and the minimum and the maximum points. If I just adjust this, it is going to be from 25 to 65 plus. So I want it 25 to 45. So what are her pain points? We can describe her pain points, right? That relates to our product. So first of all, we'll say, for instance, she's a single mother, right? You can go ahead and write several. When you hit your space bar, if you put space, you can add more pain points, right? Okay, so we'll now say skin reaction in our children, on our children. Okay, so if I hit enter now, or say comma, if I hit comma rather, it will know that I have finished that pain point. So I can keep adding more and more pain points, right? And then I can say nappy rash. That is, comma, again, in relation to the product. Okay, so pain points in related to the product. So if I'm done, I'll click on save. So I have saved this persona. Okay, allergic reaction. Mr. Salakos suggested allergic reaction. So let me edit. So when you finish, you can still edit it. Click on this area now, say edit. Then let's go back to the pinpoint here and say allergic reaction. Allergic reaction. Then, okay. Then we can save. And we have it. We have this now. So if we can now go to messaging bank, the next one is a messaging bank. The messaging bank here is to store approved copies for future use. So it's not really, if we have, like for instance, now we have company descriptions about the company and so on. So if you have your company, you go and put your company name, say about your company and the company name. If it's a product, you put a product name, the product description, and a little bit about the product. So that is it for the bank. You can click on new to add new. This is the product name. If you want, there's the product description, there's the company description, there's the one-liner, elevator pitch. The elevator pitch, or who we are, there are many. Let me explain what they are. The who we are is a description of your entire, say, your entire company, your offerings, and so on. On the elevator pitch, you want to talk about short, very short, catchy, short and catchy content that you will need to tell somebody in an elevator ride. So something you need to share with somebody, say within 2 to 1 to 2 minutes that the person will get interested in your what is it called, in your product. Okay, there's the brand vocabulary as well, so you can do that. So when you are done with all of these things, then for formula, you can decide to pick, is it for, let me see, let's use Facebook page. You can create a formula, the name, your formula. The formula will be how you want to arrange your content, but this is really for advanced this thing, and most times people don't get to use this. So when you are done, you click on create content. Okay, so there are 2 ways you can create content for a data-driven editor or your blog wizard. Okay, now for data-driven editor, you are going to use the available data to create content to match your what you need. So look at this now. Do you want the use case? Is it for campaigns, social media, ads, for websites, for emails, right? This is how it is. If you want for campaigns, these are the campaigns they have available. For ads, these are the ads available. That is Facebook ads, Google ads, Google search for search, Google headlines, and so on. LinkedIn, this is Outbrain. You have Taboola, Pinterest, then a group of others, Instagram, and so on and so forth. So let's pick this Facebook ad. Okay. Now, please, I hope we are following, right? You can let me know in the chat if you are following, okay? So now you want to enter a prompt. You realize that this is something like an AI. Are you seeing our audience? Remember Janet? Remember Janet, right? So we will pick Janet now, that we want to use Janet as pinpoint. We did not create any formula, so it's going to be out of it. So we did not write brand vocabulary. If we have written brand vocabulary, we will say apply brand vocabulary. So we did not write that. So now the tone of voice is set to neutral now. But remember, we created tone of voice. You see, they have different here already, different tone of voice already. So if you don't know the one, like Mr. Salako asked, if you don't know the one to use, you can come here. He said, is it an innovator's tone you want to use, an educator's tone, a trendsetter tone, an entertainer tone, a motivator tone, an empathetic tone? So you see the different people who use them, right? Are you seeing? Airbnb uses the empathetic tone. So if you like, you see Dove, Airbnb, Cadbury. You see, these are Snickers, Old Spice, Duolingo. So these are people, Netflix, TikTok, Spotify, use the trendsetter. This educator, Coursera, ADX, Khan Academy. So if you want, let me see. Okay. So if you don't know what to do, this tool will help you out. If you don't know, if you want to use the advisor tone, the PwC, McKinsey & Co., they use this. Nike, Under Armour, Peloton use the motivator. So it depends on where your industry is. If you are in the entertainment industry, you can decide to use the entertainment this thing. If you can decide to use any tone that of your choice based on what you are offering. So, but we saved this tone. So let's pick that tone that we saved, that you probably have researched, and you say, tell us what to write. So now on tell us what to write. Okay, you say, what about health? So health, under the health industry, you can use empathetic tone, okay? If you want to promote something in the health industry. So now, tell us what to write. It's a prompt, like you will write in ChatGPT. It's just that this one now, you are training a model. This model allows you train it, right? That is, gives it information rather than using a general information. So I say, you say what they want to write. I'll say, I want to write a compelling campaign for babies under, is it underwear they call them, or we are just writing there. So we want to write, when we do finish, we can say generate. It's generating an ad. Okay, you can see it here, generating an ad. So now it has generated the ad. Let us go and see the different ads. I'm coming. So see the different ads now. It says, say goodbye to allergic reaction and nappy rash with our gentle baby underwear. Comfort and care in every pair. Are you seeing now? And when we see here, these are the various, it has generated various. So now these are the performance. It already calculates based on insights, right? It calculates based on insights, that is performance insight. So we can adjust it if we want to edit it. We can decide to boost performance by generating a better copy. We can, if we like it, if we click to like it, it knows that, oh, it likes its, what is it called? Its suggestion. Look at this one. The headline to this primary text, see the headline, gentle care for baby skin. So you see now, it has taken it took our pain point, Jane's pain point, right? And created what? Created an ad copy. If you do this, use this tool, and you see it will guide you a lot. You see that everything we have been talking about is being implemented here. So it is not just about, okay, let's go to Facebook. Let's go to, how do you use the Facebook? How do you use Instagram? How the people that have been using it before, how have they used it? Now let's hover on to see the insights. If I click on the insight here, it takes me to the insight. It said better than 65% of 13,600 similar text in AnyWords generated data. So now, when we go, look at the suggestion. It says baby clothing, right? It's tilted towards baby clothing and Janet. It tells us that it is appealing to the young and middle-aged adults between 25 to 54. You see it here. Most certainly, this ad copy will be highly utilized by those between 25 to 44. It was in the female tone of voice. Are you seeing 83% female and 17% male? So you see that if you go down, you see policy, it say it's safe, okay, for Facebook channel. It's safe for the Facebook channel. So the same thing with the headline. Now let's look at this. This one has a stronger headline. The headline, soft underwear for happy babies, right? The headline is stronger than this gentle care for baby skin. So you can decide to say you want to use this headline for this copy, because here, for this copy, it says protect your baby's delicate skin from nappy rash and allergies with our soft, breathable underwear. Happy baby, happy mom. If you like this, you can go ahead and use it, okay? So that is it, all right? So do we have any question? You have any question? Let me hear you out. You have anything you want us to repeat? Let me hear.
Yes, sir.
You. Okay.
Well, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. What I'm trying to get here now is that the app, it will develop your content. That is what you are trying to let us know here. It will develop your content. It will let you know where your target audience is.
No, it doesn't let you know where your target audience is. Your target audience is your assignment, right? It's your assignment. Okay. I don't think there's any tool that will let you know where your target audience is. You know the apps are valuable.
The age brand, okay.
So what happens is that it takes the information you have gotten. You have gotten the pain point. We have talked about, I've given you ideas on where I think I'll repeat one of the videos you consume next week, that how the various platforms who are there. For instance, let me say this thing now. You asked a question. Sorry, I didn't see your name. What do you do? Are you a student or you are into sales right now?
Yeah, I'm into sales, sir. Into sales.
Okay, what do you sell?
Building materials.
Building materials. Good. So if you sell building materials now, you know that you are in the building industry, definitely. So you want to tell people that you have these certain products and why the products are great and so on, so they can meet up for your to buy from you. So if you want to do that now, you ask yourself, okay, the people who buy building material, are they on social media? How do you, if they are, which social media? How do you go ahead promoting this your products? And let me give you an idea now. Everybody sees the beauty in a building, isn't it? Right? For instance, if you sell interior decoration items, everybody sees the beauty of those items. But if I keep those items in the shop and snap them, no, you'll not see the beauty. You see the beauty in a completed, where it is fitted in the building. So what I'll do is that I'll make sure that everybody purchasing from me, I can take a snapshot or a video of the installation process and how it looks before and after. So I'll be doing before and after, a short clip of before and after. When I do before, after, wow, I'll say purchase from us. We have this, for hotels, for this, for that, for this, for that. So you see, you can sell anything. So the first question is that the people I'm selling it to, where are they? If they're on Facebook, like Mr. Salako suggested, we can say, okay, how do we go about now creating compelling content for people who are here? How do we beautify something that if we just snap? For instance, you snap. And this is a mistake those people who sell clothing do. They will put the clothing on the ground, hit them together and snap. It doesn't inspire me anyway. First and foremost, when you see a friend wearing a cloth or a sandals or a shoe, you like them, right? You like the clothes. You say, wow, it fits you. It's nice. It's nice. I'd like to get for myself. But when you see it piled, how do I know? Why do I want to buy it? So this is why there is a common saying in the digital marketing landscape that posting is not promoting. Posting is not marketing, rather. Posting is not marketing. So because when you want to market, you ask yourself that, how do I present this item to be beautiful, captivating, needed by that person? So all the efforts you put in the way now makes it marketing. So you can post a picture or a video of somebody wearing your product. If you are selling sandals, for instance, or shoes or handmade shoes, and instead of posting the handmade shoes only, you make sure that when a customer comes to buy it, you say you video the fit and say, wow, it fits you. You can choose which customer to use as a model based on how their legs are fine on the self-pass or on the sandals. Then you now put the picture of the sandals by the side and a picture of the customer or a video by the side and so on. Then say, happy customer, be among our happy customers. Come buy a pair from us today. So you see now that you have actually made people see that, oh, you don't just do this thing. You have people who buy it, and they can say, because if their friends are if you are in Abuja and your friend is in Lagos, you might never see him wear that product for you to admire it. So let us use the natural way we handle things as people to say, sure, if I see my friend wearing something, I want to get it too. Sure, if I see a shirt, fine, I'll like it too. So why not use that same method, and let's see how you can now create content and post. That is now marketing, because you are using all of the features of marketing that will make people buy a product. Okay, do you understand? So what this tool helps you to do, this tool is a great tool because it helps you to do what? to segment your audience, talk about their pain point, connect it to different ad copy, right? The ad is like creating a content, right? For instance, even if somebody is to say this thing, protect your baby's delicate skin from nappy rash and allergies. If you just want to post it, you can post this as a headline, right? Copy this as a headline, copy this as a text that follow, then post a picture of the product, beautifully packed, or the product, or post a baby wearing your product, well, studio picture, a baby wearing your product. And you see that people begin to want to talk about, or you see the performance it will have on social media when you make such posts. So that is what this thing is. Okay? Do you understand now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand now. Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. So is there any question? Any question?
Yes, you were talking about meta description the last class.
Yes.
Yeah, you tried to explain something about it for us, but you didn't complete the explanation till you end the class that last week. That was last week, sir.
Okay. On meta descriptions are just for instance, right? Let me use this primary text now. You write a post. Now, like here, I think this will help me describe it very well for you now to understand. You see this title. This product's owner asked me, who is a content creator, to write a blog post for them to create awareness about their product. Okay, so if I go ahead now, I will create a title from this ad copy. I'll write about the product, write about why it's better than other products, write how they can purchase it, and put call to actions within the post. Then I will now use this say goodbye, this thing as my meta description, because I'll be using maybe allergic reactions, gentle baby underwear as my keywords, right? So when I make this as my meta description, when you Google, for instance, look at this Google. When you Google here, are you seeing this? You see this text, right? Are you seeing this text I highlighted? Do you see
Yes,
the
sir.
text?
Yes.
Okay. All of these texts are highlighted are your meta descriptions. Okay. These texts highlighted are meta descriptions. So when somebody comes and look at, maybe somebody is just reading through the internet and search, the person will see that, oh, there's a product like this. That is how information begins to spread. Tomorrow, when the person is meant to suggest anything, you say, oh, have you heard of this product? I'll tell you the sincere truth. How I heard about Kiss Kids, it's a diaper for babies, was I read it somewhere. So I forgot how it was called. I think I called it when I was telling a friend about it. The friend was complaining about costs of the other diaper. Let me not call it the name. The cost of the other diaper, and as well as not retaining, not doing what it should. So I asked him, have you tried Kiss Kiss? You hear what I called it? I said Kiss Kiss, yeah? But when I read it, it was Kiss Kids. So, but I'd forgotten how it was. Now, I've neither used it, but I stumbled across it on the internet, right? And I was suggesting it to somebody because I saw that the ad, I read about it. I had stumbled across the ad again, right? Then I suggested it. So the person told me that he searched and could not find it. So I now Googled it. When I Googled, I now saw that it was actually Kiss Kids. So, and for my own baby used the same this thing as well, just by stumbling across a compelling content. So you understand, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can I still ask a question,
Yes, please
sir?
ask a question. Ask your question. Go ahead.
You said something about copy.io. I was trying to know the use. I'll be trying to find out how to make use of it.
Okay. So yes, you can use copy.ai to do the same thing, but I decided to change it and use this guy. Yeah, you can use them for both the same thing. So I decided to use this instead.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So any question? In the absence of any question, oh, the assignment. So the assignment is this. Use this tool to create ad copy for any of your products. Make sure you go through the audience segmentation process. Go through the audience segmentation process. Any product you have in mind, choose an ideal product. If you don't have a product in mind, choose an existing product. Create a customer segmentation and pain point for that product. Then create an advert copy. When you create an advert copy, you can save the document. Look at it here. You can save your document, okay? Right? You can save it. So let's call this one my ad copy, for instance. Use your name to save it. Then you can choose where it should go, all documents, and you save. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
When you save, you can then send it to us. See where it goes to. It goes to all documents here. So you click on all documents. You see your, where is it? Where is it? Look at it here. You see it here. So what you can do is to, let me see back. So what you do is that you will either, how do you send this? I've forgotten. So you basically copy the content out into Microsoft, or no, screen grab it. So you press print screen or screen grab it from your mobile and share with us. Let's see your ad copy. I want to see the next screen grab you will share is your performance, so that I see that you actually did a good segmentation. Okay? Do you understand?
I know, sir. Can
Okay.
you come again?
Yes. So create an ad copy for any product of your choice. If you don't have a product in mind or you are not selling now, choose any product that is existing. You can choose Coke. You can choose any product you have in mind, whether it's Wow detergent, anything. So go ahead, create pain points. See, create your audience. Remember how we did that. This is how we did it. It's on. You see how you can do it, right?
Okay, sir.
You go to brand voice. Eh?
Yes, sir.
You click your account, you see your tone, you see your target audience, your message bank, and the rest. That is what we did that time. Okay. So once you do that, then go ahead and create an ad copy from it. Once you create an ad copy.
What does brand vocabulary mean? Is it necessary for us to put it?
No. Just leave it yet. Leave it first, okay? Okay? You can leave it first. So do what we did and then screen grab it like we saved this. Okay? You can screen grab you screen grab this, then open the insight, then screen grab the insight and share too. Share on the group before Saturday. It shouldn't take you any time. Share at most Friday. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, right. So hope it's well understood.
Okay, are we meant to share the document after we've done all the screenshot of the stuff?
You send a screenshot. Send a screenshot, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
So that is I will know that by doing this assignment, I'm sure that you have this account. I'm also sure that you have gone through this, practice this class to do that. So I want to see that assignment. And please use that assignment I used from, is it Mr. Abubakar? Use that assignment. Yes, Abubakar. Use it as a template to redo your assignment. Know that as a digital marketer, you will research. Research is your thing. You cannot just you cannot say, oh, let me try this today. Oh, let me try that today. You are going to research. The reason you research is that you have an idea to market. You research, you say, okay, is this idea for a strategy, is it sustainable? Hear what I use, the word I use, sustainable. Because if it isn't sustainable, you will be at a loss. By the time you are creating the strategy, tomorrow, again, don't copy strategy like that. Don't copy it like that. When you want to copy a strategy, adapt it to your needs, adapt it to your industry, adapt it to your audience. 3 things. Adapt it to your goal, which is your business needs. Adapt it. Adapt it to your business. Adapt it to your audience, right? Because if you don't, you'll see that a strategy works for Mr. A and fails in your hands. All right? So with that being said, and in the absence of any other question, I will call it a day.
Thank you, sir.
All right. You're welcome. Do have a wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend, and a blessed new week.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.